So, but for clients that their sites are in other platforms, like for example WordPress, what are the steps? For example, if they want to move over to HubSpot, what are the steps that they need to take in order to migrate successfully into HubSpot?
Yeah, so if you have your site hosted in WordPress, so so we have the regular page, so the regular web page, and then we have the blog, and then we have the landing pages. So now for things like the blog, first is HubSpot has, WordPress has an import where you can export your blogs. So there is you're gonna download the file, you're gonna export the blog, and then that blog there you can import it into HubSpot. So HubSpot has a smart import where you can automatically import the content and the image of your blog. So you migrate into into HubSpot like seamless. And then when it comes to now to websites, so now because of website pages, the design and all the stuff, so that now require a really great process that you're gonna have to kind of like implement. You see, so now that implementations, sometimes HubSpot themselves, they have a way that they do the kind of like a smart import where you can import a basic layout, you see, of the site, and then you migrate it automatically. So HubSpot they used to do that, you see, and then but that one doesn't come out nicely. So the only thing that we used to do now is gonna be to recreate certain modules, you see. But now you need to have steps. So the steps what you're gonna have to do is you create your Google spreadsheet, and then each tabs, you know, for instance, you give like tab 1 home, about us, and so forth. You create that, and then you put each link into those tabs. You see, so you create kind of like a step that you're gonna do. Because of that one also is gonna be kind of like your QA document that the clients gonna start to check your progress and stuff like that. So it's gonna be the recreation of sections. So HubSpot has a nice drag and drop section that people they can use. So which means that you can install a theme inside HubSpot, or yeah, so it's like you buy a theme or you install free theme. So from there now is giving you like a good foundation, you see. So then the only thing now is gonna just be to get the drag and drop. So HubSpot has a beautiful drag and drop that you can use. And then if there is in your old website, if you have some difficult or complex module, so you can build it as a custom module, you see. Certain module, you're gonna find them already in the theme, but because of you want to move later, for you just want to move your website as they are, so you're gonna have to recreate each of those sections inside HubSpot as a custom module, and or just as a drag and drop if you have a 2 columns layout where you have image and text on your left side. Yeah. So yeah, so that's one. And then things like call to actions, like CTAs, you can create your CTA in HubSpot. So HubSpot there's a nice CTA that you can use. And then after that, we have forms, you see, so where you can use, instead of using the WordPress form, you're gonna use now the HubSpot form, and also it's easy, you can customize it easily. So the whole process depends how big your website is. So it can take like 3 weeks to 4 or 5, 6 weeks, depending how big the website is, because you're gonna have to rebuild modules. Yeah. So rebuild modules, and then yeah, so yeah, that's it. So it doesn't, yeah, you can take 3 weeks and 4 weeks to do that. And then you have your call to actions. There is a nice graphic user interface for call to action that you can use. So which means that you're gonna have to recreate all your buttons for call to actions. And then the theme also, they're gonna have their own button as well. You see that, but then that's gonna be like a static button, which is such a regular button. Let's for say the learn more button. Call to action is the button where it goes to a landing page, and then your kind of like your thank you page. Yeah, so the process is like that. So it's gonna be like build, and then after that you're gonna have QA. After QA, you're going to have the go live QA, and then post launch QA, and then yeah, that's it. So and then after that, the only thing now is gonna be like resending it now to Google console search, so that you can the bot can be able to kind of like feed again your content, you see, like the new content. But the way that we do is we always like to keep the URL as they are, so that you cannot miss your SEO like analytics and stuff like that. Yeah, and then to avoid 404 pages.
Okay.
You see, yeah. So yeah, so like from there, yeah. So it's a great stuff. The way that of moving. So you can, yeah, it takes 4 to 6 weeks. and some if the website is small, like 2 weeks.
And what about the securities in HubSpot?
Mm.
Is it already safe? Already?
Yeah, so the security in HubSpot is 100% safe. So HubSpot, as with WordPress, you have to focus on your, I mean, you have to take care of your server, security, the plugin, updating every time and things like that. But in HubSpot, you don't stress about that.
So they update automatically
Yeah,
in
so
HubSpot.
yeah, so HubSpot they have their, now they did introduce also like you can update the theme, but it's not the way that we have with WordPress, because every time we have like plugin and stuff, as we have modules, you see. But now when you're using your built-in module or your custom modules, you don't have that stress of updating stuff. You see, so the stress of a lot of plugins, you don't have it. And then for attack things like spam like from your forms and stuff like that. So HubSpot has the capture implementing their forms. So the security is really great. So HubSpot does take care of the security, so you don't stress about the security. That is the reason why most people they used to move their WordPress site in HubSpot.
So HubSpot, yeah.